Hello everyone. Happy Jupiter conjunct Uranus today. I haven't even looked at the chart, the astrological chart today. I mostly just wanted to focus on Jupiter and Uranus conjunct in Taurus. And I am going to pull a few cards actually. I do remember, and I didn't look this up again, but I do remember the Sabian symbol for the degree was a dove over troubled waters, which I thought was really beautiful actually. To some people that might sound scary or what's ominous or something. But what I saw when I hear a dove over troubled waters is I see the dove as a symbol of the Holy Spirit, of the divine feminine and the unseen realms, the collective unconscious or collective consciousness that is coming in to assist us. And there's no doubt there are troubled waters in our world. In fact, I actually got kind of fired up before I came on here. I don't really pay attention to the news, but for whatever reason, I felt kind of called to check in today. And I saw that they just passed like another $95 billion bill to aid Israel. And it just lights a fire under me because it's unbelievable what we are paying for. People don't realize that what the government spends is what we are paying for. So anyway, without getting more fired up about that, Aries season is past. I'm an Aries rising. But so yeah, we're in Taurus season now. We've got this beautiful Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. And for me, coming back to the little news piece, it's time to wake up. It's time to see what people are actually putting their energy into, what energy we are supporting unconsciously. And it's time for us to be more aware so we can choose differently, so we can make different choices in leaders, different choices in how we want to live our own lives. And this dove over troubled waters feels like this return of the unseen consciousness of nature and the elements, and this consciousness returning to us, our understanding of the elements, how to work with the elements, not so much how to manipulate the elements, more how do we work in harmony. Jupiter is the teacher and the student, the philosopher. Uranus is higher consciousness. In Taurus, there's a couple things here. Taurus is ruled by Venus. The earth energy is a feminine energy. Venus is a feminine energy. And Uranus is bringing forth this higher consciousness, especially in the feminine. And a lot of times, I think I read before that when Jupiter conjuncted Uranus, there was also in Taurus, there was more like nuclear discovery, and or we were starting to mess with the atomic bombs, something like that. You can look it up. But now I feel that we're going to see a more responsible way of using that kind of energy for free energy and more sustainable options, hopefully. That's the higher timeline I'm trying to focus on. So I wanted to pull some cards. I feel like I came in here kind of intensely. That feels kind of Jupiter conjunct Uranus. So what are these planets showing us right now? I also feel like an ancient, like a return of wisdom, ancient wisdom, simplicity, back to basics, getting back to the basics of nature. What do we actually need? How do we just connect with the elements? I've been feeling this so much. I like almost didn't come on to do a reading because I have been so just present and focused on my everyday things, focused on like, what am I cooking? Like, what do I need to do to get my garden ready? Things like that. And there's a beauty in that simplicity, that bringing it back to basics, that helps us be present. Synchronicity, go with the divine flow. And that's when synchronicities happen, right? Is when we're super present, we're in the now moment. And I really feel that elemental energy even with this card. Look at the feathers going through her hair. And this reminds me, there was something coming through this morning. And this is popping out at me. Karma, life is a mystical mirror. How can we look at the dark to help us see the light? How can we not just focus on one, but look at the whole and see what the opportunities are with each? So this reminded me of, it was almost like these little poems were coming through this morning when I woke up, that I feel like this deck keeps delivering cards to me. Okay. Priest and priestess. Okay, I'm going to come back to this in a minute. I heard like the elements saying different things, like the wind. I wish I wrote it down now because I'm not sure if I'm going to remember it completely. But I remember, oh yeah, it was the wind whispers Eureka. The water swirls your cells into coherence. The sun beams its warming codes down upon you, and the earth swaddles you in her loving embrace. And so it was really just like these elements speaking to me. And that's what I feel with this transit, is like getting back in touch with the simple, basic things of life, which are the elements, which ironically, when we're in touch with, give us some pretty amazing powers, and are so healing. We can also work with the elements and the dragons, I'm hearing, to help heal the earth, help heal the man-made effects of, weather manipulation and things like that, pollution. And this card is coming up, Priest and Priestess. This is from my Atlantis deck. And this is the caduceus, the activation of the pineal gland, getting in touch with that heart consciousness. And you see someone laying on this crystal bed. There's an opportunity for deep healing. And now I'm seeing somebody laying on the earth. Maybe they are holding some crystals or something like that, but just go out and lay on the earth. Or if you can't do that, imagine laying on the earth and just listen. See what messages you receive. Notice how you feel before you do that, and notice how you feel after. This brings me to my Mystic Martian deck, which I had to bring out because Uranus is very galactic energy, cosmic energy. So this deck's just a really fun one. So I want to see what message the Martians have for me. I remember there was a reading I did with this deck recently that I loved because I was getting so cosmically out there, and it gave me a nature card. So it's not just about the above. It brings you back to the below as well. But let's see what the message is for today. Ooh, starseed. Look at that. Self, memories, and identity. Again, it's coming back to this ancient remembering. There's some interesting stuff going on here. There's a Rubik's Cube, a rainbow. The rainbow always makes me think of Aquarius because Aquarius is so much about being your unique self and how we can harmonize as our unique selves, just like a rainbow, like how we're all different, but we can blend together to create like this beautiful experience. And I like how the guy is just kind of sitting and contemplating with his coffee, and he's looking out the window. it kind of feels like not just an ancient remembering, but maybe more experiences of extraterrestrial or galactic presence. That could be a possibility. But there's so much emphasis on the colors of the rainbow. It's kind of like we're all from these different star systems, but we all like decided to come down here and have these experiences as these different beings, you know? And we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure out, how do we get along with all of our differences? Something that's been coming up a lot for me for a while now is Draco and the dragons, and how this ties back to like the royal bloodlines. Whether you think that's good or bad, I think it's neither. I think both exist. Anyway, I wanted to ask the dragons about this Uranus and Jupiter connection in Taurus as well, because they're also so connected to the earth. Ooh, gorgeous. Kuan Yin's pink dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. Here we go again with the karma. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom, Uranus. Look for the divine around you. I love it. So it's like, how can we see from this different perspective where, okay, bringing it back to what I was talking about earlier with all the funding of war, how can we see our differences and put this shit behind us? I mean, I know it's not necessarily that simple, but these are like ancient conflicts that have been going on for so long. And it feels like with all of this rising, it's giving us that opportunity to be like, do we want to keep doing this? Can we do it differently? That being said, I know like it's not really totally up to the people. That's what's kind of crazy too. There's a lot of things happening above our head, you know, but it's time for us to be aware of it, rather than just allowing these things to fall to the wayside because it's not affecting us directly or something like that, you know? And I'm hearing some of these conflicts are not ours to deal with, but how can we witness it all and have compassion? This kind of brings me back to the Kuan Yin card. Igraine, feminine power, motherhood. The dog is like her protector. How can we birth a new consciousness where we all are like, we can all look at each other as children of the universe, as our own children? I want to read what this card says. Motherhood, beauty, acceptance, feminine power. The feminine energy is definitely strong, since this is in Taurus. Your true and pure beauty that you cultivate and expand in all interactions is a unique energy and essence of you alone. Celebrate your own beauty and be inspired to manifest your creative spirit in the world. It is your confidence and independence that will attract admiration from those around you. Claim your feminine power and strength. When Utherpen Dragon first laid eyes on the fairy Igraine, he was love-struck. So obsessed was he with her beauty that he forced Merlin to cast a glamour spell so she would mistake him for her husband, and then he seduced her. As a result of this well-executed plan, Arthur was conceived. Interesting. When the card of Igraine appears, it asks you to acknowledge your beauty. You may not see your own true beauty, and the world may think in terms of beauty equaling worth, but it is a fact that physical beauty fades. Igraine wants you to know that your beauty is your unique energy and essence. True beauty shines from within. It radiates out to all. This is your power, which will make you a magnet for all who seek beauty in its true forms. As queen and royal mother to King Arthur and from an ancient priestess bloodline, Igraine embraces you with her maternal love and gives from the heart. We do not see our beauty when we are feeling depleted of energy. Is your environment offering you the nurturing and personal space that you require? It's important to feel you have comfort and support when you are in your creative cycle. This will inspire you to manifest all that you are to the world. Be grateful to all those who are a part of your human family, your tribe, not necessarily related by blood, for they will mirror back to you, here's the mirror again, your beautiful soul. Know that right at this minute, you are held, supported, and nurtured by your tribe and by the Great Mother herself. So I'm seeing more common themes here again about the unique self, the karmic mirror, and let me know if you guys are picking up anything else with this card. I'm seeing the future through the window. And I'm hearing Atlantis rising too. Interesting. This ties into a lot of things I've been researching as well. But it's like I've been researching a lot about bloodlines for a while, for months. And something just recently came up for me personally that sent me down the rabbit hole again, connecting me to the Holy Grail and these old ancient bloodlines. And the messages I keep getting is that that's kind of what we're letting go of, because with the age of Aquarius, we're coming into a time where it's more about our etheric bodies than our physical blood. And that everybody is capable of inheriting this like priestess lineage, priest or priestess. Here it is, the priest or priestess wisdom, the ancient wisdom. It's not just about your blood lineage. It's open to everyone now. It's like that Christ consciousness or unity consciousness and this ability to tap into the elements. But it starts with getting back to basics and tapping into Mother Nature. I remember before I had like this crazy, I shouldn't call it crazy, but really intense spiritual awakening. I was just a farmer. I just was connected to nature. I just really paid attention to the flowers and the sky and the way the plants grew, and these really these like things that we think of as basic, but are magic. Life is magical, and we kind of forget in this modern age with all of our technology and stuff. We think this technology, which is awesome, is so advanced, but how does a seed germinate? How does a seed grow? You know, it's like coming back to the basics is also like coming back to the magic. So that's what I'm feeling with this transit. Of course, with Uranus, there can be epiphanies. I'm going to see if anything else comes up around this. What could we see mentally with this energy? Because it's also the higher mind. And like I'm hearing Eureka again. Probably a lot of new discoveries that we may not hear about today, but just like things quickly starting to pick up and come out. New technological advances that can help us with the environment. Ooh, healing chaos. So sometimes Uranus comes in and he shocks the heck out of us. Like he shakes up our reality, and it can send you into this reckoning space that's like, holy crap, my reality is completely different than I knew it before. And then that can be the beginning of a healing journey. That, or if things are too boring for you, you might want to stir things up, change things up, change up how you're doing things. Hold on, more about this. Let's ask about Jupiter, actually. Yeah, so it's kind of like there's this whole spectrum of where people are at with how they perceive reality, which it will always be transformation. This is amazing. This is some major transformational information. That's interesting. Transformational energy. Major transformation. And I kind of want to ask, for one more. That flew out. Embrace it. Now I'm dropping it. Hold on. Embrace it. There's like this huge flood of emotions. There's a lot happening, and I remember from this card, and this message is coming through, it's not about like freaking out. It's about, you know, if you're realizing something, slowly stepping your way out of it, slowly making changes, slowly accepting, and allowing yourself to feel all of the emotions and all of this emotional energy, all of this lead in our outer world is going to be the material that makes the fertile land for the new to come in and be seeded. Activated remembering ignites a knowing and understanding through the eyes of multidimensional knowing, how everything fits together like a Rubik's Cube. Thank you. The Rubik's Cube, fractals and dimensions seeing clearly. Illumination activation. I'm using quite a few different decks. I'll just show them to you real quick. I've got Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. The Dragon Oracle by Diana Cooper. I couldn't remember if she was Diana or Diane. The Avalon Oracle by Rose and Sarah. The Atlantis Oracle by Maria Alita. And the Mystic Martian Oracle by Lisa Porter. Super fun one. But yeah, that is what I'm feeling. I feel like pulling one more card. Pull one more from Atlantis. What can we expect in the next month resulting from this energy? It's interesting. I can't believe I'm asking this. Maybe it's the Uranus energy, because the Uranus is all about the future. I just haven't even cared lately about the future. Like, not cared, but I haven't been thinking about it. I've been so present. But let's see, what can we expect energetically in the next month? Ooh, Crystal Temple. Home is where the heart is. It's really feeling like an internal process. Just trying to stay in that heart energy as much as possible. Trying to maintain the love. Taking care of yourself, taking care of your home so that you're resourced to help other people, take care of your family. And the stronger we can cultivate our own energy and create these beautiful spaces within us and around us, the more that ripples out into the world. And I love that moon on the gateway too. That feminine energy again. This kind of feels like the underworld we're headed to in the Venus cycle as well, which underworld doesn't have to be scary. It can just be a very beautiful internal landscape. I'm hearing like tending to your own garden. So I hope you guys are doing all right with this transit. It's an interesting one, and I'll talk to you soon.